In the previous video, we studied what exactly the linear differential equation of order n and what exactly the homogeneous equations, non-homogeneous equations, and some definitions of the linearly independent and dependent functions. In this video, I am going to discuss solutions of the homogeneous differential equation. So before moving to the solutions of the homogeneous differential equation, let me take one example for the linearly dependent functions. For example, let f of x is equal to e power x and g of x is equal to e power x only. Let me check whether the Wronskian is not 0 or not. So Wronskian of f comma g is equal to determinant of f comma g and f dash and g dash. If there are two functions f of x and g of x, so these two functions should be differentiable at least once. So then only you can define the Wronskian for two functions. So what is f of x we have taken? E power x and g of x equal to again e power x and f dash again e power x, g dash is e power x. Let me take determinant of this. E power x into e power x, that is e power 2x minus e power 2x. So this is 0 for any real number. So Wronskian is 0 for at least one value of r, is for all the values of r, Wronskian is 0. Therefore, so these two functions f of x equal to e power x and g of x equal to e power x. So these two functions are linearly dependent functions. Now let us move to theorem. Let y1, y2, yn be the solutions of homogeneous linear differential equation. It is a homogeneous linear differential equation of order n, where a0, a1, etc., an are the continuous functions on the interval ab. The necessary and sufficient condition that y1, y2, etc., yn be linearly independent is that Wronskian of y1, y2, yn is not equal to 0 for the interval ab. Suppose when do you say that linearly these functions are linearly independent solution? So here I consider y1, y2, yn are the solutions of this linear homogeneous differential equation. So Wronskian of this is not equal to 0, then we can write, so these functions or these solutions are linearly independent, and sufficient conditions also, if Wronskian is not 0, then you can conclude that so these functions, these solutions are linearly independent solutions of this differential equation. Now let us move to the general solution of homogeneous equation. You know homogeneous equation, in equation 1.1 r of x must be 0. That equation can be called as homogeneous linear differential equation of order n. Let y1, y2, etc., yn be linearly independent solutions of the homogeneous equation 1.3. Then the general solution of 1.3 is y is equal to c1 into y1 plus c2 into y2 and so on plus cn into yn. So it is a linear combination of these functions, linearly independent solution. But here where y1, y2, etc., yn are linearly independent solutions of this equation. Not only these solutions, even the linear combination is also solutions of homogeneous equation. So this solution is called general solution of homogeneous differential equation 1.3, where c1, c2, cn are arbitrary constants. A special case of equation 1.4 obtained by particular choice of c1, c2, etc., cn is called the particular solution of 1.3. So this is general solution. 1.4 is general solution. By choosing constants, we will have a particular solution of equation 1.3. Now let us move to solutions of non-homogeneous differential equations. Solutions of non-homogeneous linear differential equation. Let yp be any particular solution of non-homogeneous linear equation, that is equation 1.5. It is a non-homogeneous linear differential equation. Let yp is the any particular solutions of equation 1.5, and let y1, y2 and so on yn be linearly independent solutions of what? Homogeneous equation. Homogeneous equation nothing but r of x must be 0. So let y1, y2 etc yn be linearly independent solutions of homogeneous equation, that is equation 1.6. Then the general solution of the equation 1.5 is y is equal to yc plus yp, where yc is the linear combination of linearly independent solutions of homogeneous equation. So it's called the, so that this part yc is called the complementary function of 1.5, where yp is the particular integral of equation 1.5. It means there are two solutions. One is yc. Yc is the complementary solutions of the equation 1.5. It means yc is the general solution of homogeneous equation. If it is non-homogeneous, yp also exists. There are two solutions. One is yc and yp. The equation is homogeneous, so only the general solution is yc. Yc is the linear combination of the linearly independent solutions of homogeneous equations. Now let us move to the solutions of homogeneous linear differential equations. Consider a homogeneous linear differential equation with constant coefficients. I am talking about, there are two types of differential equation. We studied. We know that linear differential equation with constant coefficients, and second one is linear differential equation with variable coefficients. Now we are looking solution for linear differential equation with constant coefficient. Here a0, a1 and so on, an minus 1 and an are the constant coefficients. Now we are looking the solution for linear differential homogeneous equation with constant coefficients. Let us see what exactly solution of homogeneous differential equation. We know that for the equation y dash minus ay is equal to 0, the solution of the equation is y is equal to e power 8 or e power x. Let us see how we can solve. Already we studied the solution of first differential equation. Let me solve this problem. Y dash minus ay is equal to 0. This can be written as dy by dx is equal to what? Ay. We can separate the variables. Dy by y is equal to a into what? Dx. Easily you can integrate 1 by y integration log y, integration of a constant with respect to x, that is a into x plus c. So y is equal to e power ax plus c, that can be written as y is equal to e power x into, that e power c is 1 I will take. So e power ax is the solutions of this differential equation. So therefore where a can be taken as the root of what? M minus a is equal to 0. M minus a is equal to 0. What is that? M is equal to a. M is equal to a is the root of, so this equation. It means any differential equation can be written as some algebraic equations also. So for algebraic equation we will have a root, so for the corresponding roots one can write the solutions of differential equation. What is solutions of y is equal to e power x is solution of what? Y dash minus ay is equal to 0. Yes, I hope understood this. Now let us move to solutions of higher order differential equation with help of this concept. Now we arrive at this by elementary process of integration. So we try to see whether y is equal to e power mx can be a solution of 1.8. 1.8 is homogeneous differential equation. Let me write down. Now I'll assume that L of y is equal to this actually. L of y is equal to this RHS of equation 1.8. You take y is equal to e power mx. Let us see, let us have to check whether e power mx is the solution of this differential equation or not. Let me check. So how do you check? That the equation should satisfy this for this function. L of e power mx equal to, this is L here, linear differential operator of e power mx. Let us take e power mx inside. A into e power mx, that I written. D by dx of e power mx, m into a n minus 1. Again similarly, if you differentiate n times, what is nth derivative of e power mx? That is m power n with constant a n naught written. So we have a algebraic polynomial with m of degree n actually, in fact. So I want to check whether e power mx solution or not. If it is solution, e power mx solution, RHS either this algebraic function must be 0 or e power mx must be 0. Anyway, e power mx never 0 for all real number. For any real number, e power mx never be 0. Therefore, now this must be 0. Algebraic function must be 0. I have taken m should, okay, if e power mx solution of 1.8, then m should satisfy the equation that is 1.9. I made it, this is 0. This is 0. It means it is a algebraic equation of degree n. According to fundamental theorem of algebra, there are n number of roots. There are what? N number of. Let me take m1, m2 and so on. Mn are the roots of the equation 1.9. Therefore, y1 is equal to e power m1x is the solution of equation 1.8. Similarly, y2 is equal to e power m2x. What is m2 here? M is the root of algebraic equation. Similarly, yn is equal to e power mnx, where m1, m2, etc. mn are the roots of the algebraic equation 1.9. Therefore, y1 is equal to e power mnx, y2 is equal to e power m2x, etc. yn is equal to e power mnx are the linearly independent solutions of the homogeneous equation. Okay. Now, therefore, okay, these are the linearly independent solutions of the equation 1.8. Therefore, the general solution of 1.8 is linear combination of these solutions. Well, how many solutions are there here? I is equal to 1, 2, 3. There are n solutions are there. Therefore, y is equal to c1 e power m1x, c2 e power m2x, etc. plus cn e power mnx is the general solutions of homogeneous differential equation of order n, where c1, c2 and so on cn are the arbitrary constants. Now, let me take, suppose if I assume quadratic equation, for example, a m square plus b m plus c is equal to 0. How many roots are there in this quadratic equation? There are two roots, m1 and m2. Nature of the roots, m1 and m2. m1 and m2 may be real and different. Maybe m1 and m2 are real and repeated. Maybe m1 and m2 are complex and distinct roots. There are three types of roots of the equation, quadratic equation. Now let us discuss one by one. Let us move to case 1 here. Let m1, m2, mn, there are n number of roots are there because our equation is of degree n. There are n number of roots are there. Suppose if you assume that m1, m2, mn are all different roots of the equation 1.9. Therefore, the general solution of homogeneous equation is, how do you write? Y is equal to c1 into e power m1x plus c2 into e power m2x, etc. plus cn into e power mnx, where m1, m2, m3 and so on mn are the real and distinct roots of the algebraic equation 1.9. So y is equal to, this is the solution of homogeneous equation. When this is solution? When the roots are real and different. Let us assume that if the roots are out of n roots, m1, m2, etc. m are, there are these roots are taken as alpha. So all r roots are equal, that is taken as alpha. So m1, m2, m are repeated what? R times and real roots. Then the solutions is here. Solutions of the differential equation is, linearly independent solution, e power alpha x into e power alpha x square into e power alpha x, etc. x power r minus 1 into e power alpha x are the solutions of the homogeneous differential equation. Rest of the roots are real and different. We can refer case 1 now. So the general solution of homogeneous equation 1.8 is the y naught is equal to c naught into e power alpha x, c1 x into e power of alpha x, that is second solution written, c2 x square e power alpha x and so on, cr minus 1 x power r minus 1 e power alpha x. Okay, here so the alpha is repeated how many times? R times. Therefore the general solution is like this, c naught c1x plus c2 x square and so on, cr minus 1 x power r power minus 1 into e power alpha x. Rest of the elements are different roots. So we can refer the case 1. Now let us move to the case 3. Suppose m1, m2, m3 and so on. So these roots are complex roots, maybe complex roots and distinct roots. Let me take only 2 roots here out of n roots. Let me take m1 and m2. So these 2 roots are complex roots if I assume that. So how do you write the general solutions here? These 2 roots are distinct and complex. The solutions which are written in case 1. Y is equal to c1 e to the power of what? A plus ib into x plus c2 into e to the power of second root, that is a minus ib into x here. So which are written here. Now let us simplify. C1 into e power x into e power ibx plus c2 into e power ax into e power minus ibx. E power ibx using Euler's formula, e power ix is equal to that cos x plus I sin x. Similarly, e power ibx is nothing but cos bx plus I sin bx plus c2 into e power x as it is written, e power minus ibx is equal to cos bx minus I sin bx. So let us simplify. E power x into c1 c2 cos bx, this is real part, I times of c1 minus c2 into sin bx. I made it, I separated real part and imaginary part. So now let us take c1 c2 is equal to a and I times of c1 minus c2 is equal to b. So this can be written as y is equal to e power x into a cos x plus b sin x. Okay, so this general solutions of the equation 1.8 when I have taken only 2 roots or complex roots. Rest may be real and different roots and otherwise real and repeated roots, which we studied in case 1 and case 2. Now let us move to case 4. Suppose m1 is equal to a plus ib1, m2 is equal to a minus ib2 are each repeated complex roots r times. The general solution is, with refer this result, y is equal to e power x into a1 plus a2x, etc. ar x minus 1 x to the power of r minus 1 cos bx plus b1 plus b2x etc br minus 1 or br x to the power of r minus 1 sin bx, where a1 a2 ar b1 b2 br are the arbitrary constants. Now let me clear very easily. Let me take some examples here. We can take it as for example, let me write note roots of the algebraic equation, means characteristic equation, otherwise auxiliary equations, and let me write in the second column the general solution of homogeneous equation. For example, if it is second order differential equation, let me take m1 and m2 are the real and different. What is general solutions of this differential equation here? So y is equal to c1 into e power m1x plus c2 into e power m2x. Let me take, for example, let m1 is equal to 1 and m2 is equal to 2. So these two roots are real and different. The general solution is, corresponding general solution of homogeneous equation is y is equal to c1 into e power, in place of m1 I can write 1 plus c2 into e power, in place of m2 we can write 2. So this is the general solutions of second order differential equation when the roots are 1 and 2 are real and different. So this is first case which we studied earlier. Second case here, maybe roots are real and repeated. Let us take m1 is equal to m2. Let us take alpha. So m1 is also alpha, m2 is also alpha. So these two are real and repeated roots. So how do you write general solution for the homogeneous equation, differential equation? So that can be written as y is equal to c1 into e power alpha x plus c2x into e power alpha x. So that can be written as c1 plus c2 x into e power alpha x. Let me take an example. So maybe roots 1 comma 1. So I would write the solution for the homogeneous equation for these two particular roots here. So y is equal to simply c1 plus c2x into e power, in place of alpha what I can write 1x. So second case, what we studied in second case, one can discuss if the roots are real and repeated roots. Let us move to third case here. Maybe roots are complex and distinct. Let me write a plus ib, its conjugate is a minus ib. For this, so these two roots are complex and different roots. So for that, solution of differential equation is e power ax. A is the real part of the complex number into c1 cos bx. Bx is the b is the imaginary part of the complex number plus c2 into sin bx. So this is the solution of differential equation when the characteristic equation as complex and different. Suppose, let me take example 1 plus or minus 2i. So these two are the complex roots and different. For that, solution is y is equal to e power 1x. 1 is the real part of the complex number into c1 cos, what is the imaginary part? 2x plus c2 into sin 2x. So this is third case which we studied earlier. So last case here, maybe roots are complex and repeated. Let me take directly examples here. 1 plus or minus 2i, 1 plus or minus 2i repeated 2 times. 1 plus 2i is repeated 2 times, 1 minus 2i is repeated 2 times. For that, the solution is y is equal to e power 1x plus into c1 plus c2x, because that root is repeated 2 times, into cos 2x plus c3 plus c4x into sin 2x. So this is the solutions of the differential equation. So on the basis of the nature of the roots, one can define the solutions of the homogeneous equations. Now let us move to the problems. Solve the differential equation d square y by dx square minus 5 times of dy by dx plus 4y is equal to 0. It is a second order linear homogeneous differential equation. Now let us take capital D is equal to d by dx, so that d by dx square, nothing but what? Capital D square minus 5 times of d by dx is d, y common I have taken, plus 4. So one can write in capital D square minus 5d plus 4 of y is equal to 0, where capital D is equal to d by dx. Now this differential equation can be written as in the form of auxiliary equation, nothing but characteristic, otherwise algebraic form, nothing but just simply replace d by m or d by x or d by something you can write. So now let me replace d by m, so that can be written as d square nothing but m square minus 5 into m plus 4 is equal to 0. It is a quadratic equation. Let us solve this equation using formula, quadratic formula. So m is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. It is a formula to find the root. For the quadratic equation, we have the formula minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here, in this equation, previous equation, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 5, c is equal to 4, maybe. So, minus of minus 5, because b is equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of minus 5 whole square, minus 4ac. 4a is 1 and c is 4, 16. So that can be simplified in the form of 5 plus or minus 3 by 2. So I can write first one is 5 plus 3 by 2, second one is 5 minus 3 by 2. 5 plus 3 by 2 is 8 by 2, that is 4. 5 minus 3 by 2, that is 2 by 2, that is 1. There are two roots, 4 and 1. So these two roots are, that nature of the quadratic equation. So it may have real and different, it may have real and repeated, or it may have complex and different. There are three types of nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. In fact, you can observe here 4 and 1 are the real and different. Therefore, the solution of the differential equation, this equation d square minus 5 by d square y by d square minus 5 to dy by dx plus 4 is equal to 0. Solution of this equation is y is equal to c1 into e power 4x plus c2 into e power 1x, where 4 and 1 are the roots of auxiliary equation. So this is simple way to do this problem. So where c1 and c2 are the arbitrary constant, by choosing c1 and c2, one can have the particular solution. So let us do some more problems in that later. Let us move to second problem. Solve d square y by dx square plus 5 into dy by dx plus 6y is equal to 0. So that can be written as d square plus 5d plus 6 into y is equal to 0. Now let us write the auxiliary equation for this equation. We have a quadratic equation. Let us solve this. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5 and c is equal to 6. So one can use the quadratic formula to find the roots of the equation. We have that minus 5 plus or minus 1 by 2. So there are two roots, minus 2 and minus 3. So here minus 2 and minus 3 are the again real and distinct roots of the auxiliary equation. Therefore the general solution of this equation is y is equal to c1 into e power minus 2x plus c2 into e power minus 3x. So this is general solution where minus 2 and minus 3 are the roots of auxiliary equation, where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constant. By choosing c1 and c2 one can have the particular solutions. Let us take another example. Solve d square y by dx square minus y is equal to 0. So one can write another way, d square minus 1 into y is equal to 0. Now let us write the auxiliary equation for this. So where d by m, that can be written as m square minus 1 is equal to 0. It is a quadratic equation. Simply you can solve directly. M square is equal to 1. M is equal to square root of plus or minus 1. So that can be written as plus 1 and minus 1. Plus 1 and minus 1 are the real and different roots. Therefore the general solution is y is equal to c1 into e power 1x plus c2 into e power minus 1x. Let us take another example. D square by dx plus y is equal to 0. One can write in standard form of d square plus 1 and y is equal to 0. Auxiliary equation is m square plus 1 is equal to 0. So this can be written m square is equal to minus 1. Here m is equal to plus or minus square root of minus 1. Square root of minus 1 is a imaginary number. So that can be written as I. So m is equal to plus or minus I, where I is equal to square root of minus 1. So m is equal to plus or minus I can be written in the complex form, that is 0 plus or minus I1, where 0 is the real part, 1 is the imaginary part. According to that, solutions of homogeneous equation when the roots are complex, one can write y is equal to e power 0x. So where 0 is the real part, you have to put in the exponential form, then into c1 cos b is 1 here, 1x plus c2 sin x. So this is general solution where e power 0 x is 1. So y is equal to written as the general solution of this equation is y is equal to c1 cos x plus c2 sin x, where c1 and c2 are the arbitrary constant. By choosing c1 and c2 one can have particular solution. So rest of the problems just try yourself. Let me take another example, which is third order differential equation. Solve d cube y by dx cube minus 3 into d square y by dx square plus 4y is equal to 0. So that can be written as d cube minus 3d square plus 4 into y is equal to 0. Replace d by m, will have m cube minus 3m square plus 4 is equal to 0. So this is the third degree equations. According to fundamental theorem of algebra, we will have how many roots? We will have a 3 roots. Let us find out 3 roots. One can use to find the root of this equation. One can use synthetic division method. So before moving to synthetic division method, you should find one root by using inspection method. How do you check? How do you say that? How do you check this inspection method? Now you start with 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 0, like this goes on. You take m is equal to minus 1, m is equal to, let us take plus 1. 1 minus 3 plus 4 is not equal to 0. Therefore 1 is not a root. Let us check with m is equal to minus 1. Minus 1, minus 3, minus 3, minus 1, minus 3 plus 4 is equal to 0. Yes, therefore m is equal to minus 1 is the root of this equation. So with the help of this root, I can find out other 2 roots by using synthetic division method. You write the coefficients of m cube 1, m square coefficient minus 3, m coefficient, there is no m here, that is 0 and constant 4. You start with 0, just add 1 plus 0, 1, minus 1 into plus 1, minus 1, add up, minus 3, minus 1, minus 4, then minus 1 into minus 4, you have to multiply this, you will get plus 4, 0 plus 4 is 4, minus 1 into plus 4, that is minus 4, they will get 0. You should get 0 at the end, then only it is correct. So now one can, these two constants can be put into again quadratic equation. 1 into m square minus this 4 into m plus 4 is equal to 0. Easily we will have a, it is a quadratic equation, will have a two roots, that is plus 2 and plus 2. Here roots are m is equal to minus 1, 2 and 2. So here two roots are real roots. All the three roots are real, but two roots are repeated roots. Therefore the general solution is c1 into e power minus 1x plus c2 plus c3x into e power 2x. You know why? Because 2 is repeated 2 times. Therefore I am using the case 2 form here. So the general solution is c1 into e power minus 1x plus c2 plus c3x into e power 2x. So this is general solution. This is general solution where c1, c2, c3 are the arbitrary constants. By choosing these three constants, one can get the particular solutions. You can solve some more problems. Let me take another example. Let me take 1.14. Solve d to the power of 4 y by d to the power of 4 minus 4 into d cube y by dx cube plus 8 into d square y by dx square minus 8 into dy by dx plus 4y is equal to 0. This is the fourth order differential equation. So let us write general form of the differential equation. Just replace d by dx by capital D here. D to the power of 4 minus 4d cube plus 8d square minus 8d plus 4 into y is equal to 0. Replace d by m will have fourth degree equations. So this equation can be written as m square minus 2m plus 2 whole square. So this can be written as m square minus 2m plus 2 is equal to 0. Another equation, m square minus 2m plus 2 is equal to 0. Let us solve first equation. Easily you can write the root for the second equations also. So m square minus 2m plus 2 is equal to 0. Let us solve this equation. A is equal to 1 and b is equal to minus 2 and c is equal to plus 2. Using quadratic formula, we have 1 plus or minus I are the roots of first equation. Similarly, second equation also same equation of previous equation. Therefore, roots of this equation is also 1 plus or minus I. So total there are 4 roots. We have m is equal to 1 plus or minus I, 1 plus or minus I. So these roots are repeated and complex roots because 1 plus I is repeated 2 times, 1 minus I is repeated 2 times. So the general solution is y is equal to e power 1x, real part is 1, e power 1x plus c1 plus c2x cos x plus c3 plus c4x into sin x. So these two roots are repeated 2 times and moreover complex roots. The general solution is always in this form, where c1, c2, c3, c4 are the constant. By choosing this constant, one can get the particular solutions. So just try these problems yourself. Now next class, let us move to the solutions of